All right, he's accused of aiding in the murders of hundreds of people during the U.S. Embassy bombings in 1998. Senior al-Qaeda leader Anas al-Liby pleading not guilty yesterday in, get this, a New York City courtroom. That's right. We get him over in Libya. We don't bring him to Gitmo. We keep him on a ship for a week, and we give him the rights you or I have if we were in the similar situation. Why is he there? Why is he not in Gitmo, and why is he downtown New York? Let's get perspective from former Congressman and Lieutenant Colonel, Fox News contributor Colonel Allen West. Colonel, what are we losing by keeping him in New York?
Well, you're losing the access to critical intelligence information. And what you have to understand now, and you've had former Attorney General Mike McCasey and others talk about this, you're treating him like a common criminal. And so the thing is, now he knows that he can plead not guilty, he can shut up, he's been lawyered up, and he's going to get all of the requisite rights and privileges of the Constitution like he was an American citizen. I even read reports where his lawyer is challenging the means by which he was apprehended by our Operations Detachment Delta. Right. So now we have this instance where they're going to say he shouldn't even have been apprehended. It was done illegally. So is this a war against Islamic terrorism, or is this just some type of criminal action? That's the confusing message that's coming from this administration.
So people are easy to say, well, we got another guy who was close to bin Laden before the war, and we found him in Britain. We tried to get him. We weren't able to get him until we got him to Libya. So that's a victory. But it's later on down the line when you need access, when you get the next guy who needs to corroborate a story. There's no incentive for him now to talk, even though I heard he was talking on the ship.
Yeah, but the thing is that anything that he said on the ship, you're not going to be able to use that in the court of law because, quote unquote, he was not read his Miranda rights, so it's not going to be admissible. See, these are all the legal machinations that are going to be played now, the games are going to be played that will allow him to skirt our system. And I also want to bring to the attention of your viewers the fact that if you remember about 2 years or so ago, there were 4 American citizens that were killed by Somali pirates. There was about 10 to 12 of them that were apprehended. Guess what? Have you heard anything else about those Somali pirates? Last thing I know, they were sitting down in Virginia waiting to be brought to trial.
Good point. Colonel, you had a similar situation. You were in the battlefield. You had to get information from a terrorist quickly. You got in trouble for doing it. But do you have any regrets about using the tactic you used?
No, none whatsoever. And the thing is, you know, the most important thing for a commander is to protect his men and women in that combat zone. And so I used a hasty interrogation tactic, just an intimidation tactic, and it kept my men safe, and I took full responsibility and accountability. And look, I retired, I have full rank and benefits, and I've even served in the United States Congress, so I think all is going well.
It's great to get a perspective as a guy who's actually stared at al-Qaeda operatives in the face and got the answers we need. Lieutenant Colonel Allen West, thanks so much.
Thanks. Pleasure being with you, Brian.
All right, 19